consequences of telling those stories, because there are consequences to everything. And so we need to be aware of what those things are. I want to ask you also, is there anything that you think, in particular, that you think someone could have done differently when you came home that would have made things just a whole lot better? I just want to give you an opportunity. Any last thoughts you might have?
For me personally, no, because I was just so happy to be home. I
Okay.
really was. But for other people, I know that, like I was saying, that, you have to be welcomed home. And if people aren't happy for you to be there, then the feelings they have inside are bad feelings, and they're, often they say, like, I shouldn't even came home. If I knew I was gonna get treated like this, I could have stayed where I was, where people actually care about me.
Wow. Now, what's really powerful about that is, particularly, I know this to be true in the women's prison. In the women's prison, state prison, I did not facilitate in federal prison, but in state prison, women form families and social networks amongst themselves, and they care about each other in ways that they can't do in the men's prison. And even though in the men's prison, people care about, they form relationships that are lasting, have lasted for years, and people begin to care about each other. And I've seen a lot of tears when somebody goes home. I've seen where people have been in relationship, friends, whatever, even lovers, and the lover leaves, and up preceding that, those few months before that, they fight like cats and dogs. Because the trauma is, excuse me, the trauma is that you've been my support system for all these years, and now it's about to be taken away because you're going to be gone. And now what do I do? I still got 5 or 10. I'm still facing another 5 or 10. What do I do with that? And and then if that person comes home and they feel like nobody's welcoming them, nobody's happy to see them, nobody's glad that they're home, um, it would occur to me that that would be extremely painful, and why it might make somebody say, I might as well have stayed, I'd have been better off inside, which is absolutely a painful thing to think about, when you think about somebody doing that much time.
Safer.
Safer?
Sure. You know how to live in prison.
Mm.
You know, I'm still a garage brother.
You still what?
A garage brother.
Garage brother meaning?
When I go see my sister in Orange County,
Okay.
I go to the garage. I'm not allowed in her house. And it's been that way. When I first come out, she wouldn't even see me because she was scared that I did so much time that it would really corrupt my mind. And it took my other sister in Arkansas to tell her, has he ever done anything towards you? And she said, no. She says, well, why do you think he would now?
Wow.
But I'm not allowed in that house. But I think guns got something to do with it, you know.
Okay. Uh-huh.
But it took me 2.5 years for she would even let me come up there.
Wow.
And I still, like, I was there yesterday. I meet her in the garage. I'm there an hour and a half, and away I go.
Wow. And these are the kinds of things that people face that nobody talks about. Like, what does that feel like to you? Now, I know you well enough to know, we've discussed this before, that you accept it because you still want to be in relationship with her.
Yeah.
But is it painful at some level?
No, she's 8 years older than me, and she's set in her ways. She's always a big sister. It's like I call her almost every day,
Okay.
and she'll ask me a question, and I'll say what I think, and then I'll talk to her the next day or the day after. She don't say I'm right, but you know, yeah, I think what you said, you know,
Okay.
knowing damn well I was right.
Uh-huh.
She can't accept that. It's just like when I go to see, first time I went to see my sister in Arkansas,
Mm-hmm.
because I can't read,
Mm-hmm.
we were in the casino, and I told her I gotta go use the restroom. And she's following me. And I'm thinking, you know what? I'm 71 years old. Why in the hell are you following me to the bathroom?
Right.
And I get mad, you
Mm-hmm.
know?
Mm-hmm.
But she said, well, I know you can't read. I said, you don't think I can find my way to a men's room?
Right.
You know, give me a break.
Right.
Then after I said it to her, I guess it stuck, you know what I mean?
I want to stop you right there and say this. That is another reason why I would like loved ones to be able to participate and understand, because she still saw you as the little brother.
Mm-hmm.
You never grew up to her,
Yeah, I'm the baby of the family.
right? So, okay, you never grew up. In addition to that, she felt she was being protective because she knows that you can't read, but she doesn't understand that you have survived all of these years and have developed systems and things that you use that help you function in the environment that you find yourself in. And so she doesn't know that just because you cannot read doesn't make you an invalid, and that you are capable, and again, you have survived all of these years.
You know, and all the time that I was out, you know, I had to get different identification.
Okay.
And I did it myself. I took my birth certificate, I put it on the machine, run off 5, 6 copies. I've been Bike, Riker. I just changed the first and last initial, right?
We are not advocating that here. I just want everybody here to know that it probably won't work no more anyway, but go ahead.
And then Social Security,
Uh-huh.
I just told them I worked on a farm with my mom, I never needed a Social Security card. And I convinced them, you know. And just like somebody says, you can't read, how do you got a driver's license? Well, you
Okay.
can take an oral test.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever, when you got a handicap,
Yes.
you work around it.
Yes, and that was my point, is that your sister didn't understand that you had learned how to work around circumstances because you have been required since you were a kid.
Yeah.
You know, in all fairness, you know, just for those people who are not here and who may not understand, this gentleman had a car accident, was hit by a car as a kid, and created a handicap where he could not learn to read. So it's been that way his whole life. So he had developed systems and things that allowed him to be able to function. But his sister, number one, I think more than anything, still saw you as the baby.
Yeah. You know,
And was afraid of all of the things all of the times that you got in trouble, and all of the things that you did that, you know, that, oh, well, there he's at it again or whatever. And she just didn't understand that at 70 years old, you're quite capable of finding a way to the restroom and finding a way back to her.
it's just like when I was in grammar school, because I never, you know, they run me through the 4th, 5th, and 6th in 2 weeks.